Hello Leo and welcome to my channel Greenline Goddess Tarot. This is your monthly reading for June. And yeah, finally we've got some Leo energy happening. We've got Mars in Leo and we've got Venus moving into Leo in June. So Gemini season moves into Cancer season and there's just a lot happening. So let's see what is coming in for you guys. Okay, let's see. We have, Shaman. Divine wisdom, spiritual power. This is the equivalent of the Hierophant. Wow. Okay. Powerful energy coming through for you. So you might be feeling quite motivated at this moment or wanting to take some sort of action. And this could be, good energy. So getting some messages coming in from your soul there. I mean, there is the fixed cross in the signs, the fixed grand cross at this moment. But I just get a good feeling with Venus and Mars traveling together for Leos is it's just making things a little bit easier, which is good. It feels like, it could have been something had to change at the moment, but required a little bit of effort or something had to come to a bit of a head. Ooh, we've got a bit of a wild card. Like, I want to see what that is. That's something hidden that can change. So let's see what's obvious. We've got, Sword to Venus Libra and Wand to Mars Aries. Okay. So, yeah, this feels very much like, It's interesting because this is getting really wanting to make some decisions about the new paths and the new steps and the new directions that you're wanting to head in here, Leo. So it almost feels like there's been a bit of hesitation around that with the Two of Swords, the Venus Libra. But yeah, with the Mars Aries energy, this feels like a more of an internal desire for a new direction. What is it that you really want? And it may be you having to consider somebody else here. So it might be there's another person that you're thinking about, but there's an opportunity here for you to kind of go deep into yourself and go, right, what do I want to initiate and start? What do I truly desire? So what's hidden that can change? Let's have a look. Cup Prince, Pisces, Chariot, and Pentacle 5, Venus, Taurus. Interesting. So I feel like this is opening yourself up to, this feels very much connected to work and career. Because the Pentacle 5 Venus Taurus is when there's been a challenge on the material realm in some way, shape or form, or something's just not resonating anymore. And the Cup Prince Pisces Chariot is when you're opening your heart to something that's really resonating for you and you're finding that new path, even though there's a little bit of hesitation. It's almost like you need to kind of, really put yourself first here and trust your instincts with something. So that seems to be really important. Let's see what else is coming through for you, Leo. So Leo, I just wanted to let you know that this reading is for Leo Sun, Moon and Rising. Always recommend to watch all three of your placements if you know where they are, because it gives you the more holistic view, a fuller picture of what's going on for you. And this is a general reading. Just take what feels right and leave the rest. If it does really resonate, there will be an extended reading. The link for that will be in the description box below, and you can either buy that individually or you might like to check out the beautiful Patreon community that we're building and growing. And my goodness, the death card has come out. Transformation. This is Pluto. As you know, Pluto is in Aquarius. It's retrograding back into Capricorn, but it's in your opposite sign. So you're probably noticing this, Leo, that something really big is transforming in your life at this moment in time. It could be subtle, but if that Pluto is really hitting a planet or a point in your chart, it could feel really intense. So I was just saying that, transformational new starts, new beginnings, new directions that are coming in. That's letting go of responsibilities or burdens here. So yeah, big shifts, some things that you've been carrying around for a while. So yeah, wow. So I was just saying, Leo, that you can check out the beautiful Patreon community. You have access to all 12 signs, the extended's there, plus a whole heap of extra content. So I'd love it if you check that out. So let's see what else is coming in. The Four of Swords in your conscious mind, potentially laying something to rest. A lot of tens. So I feel like there's some kind of endings here that's coming in. The Judgment. Yeah, the Judgment always it's kind of like Yeah, lots of things coming up of late for you to look at. And these could be old issues that are coming up. So let's see what else is coming through for Leo for June. Four of Wands. Okay, that's nice energy. What is it? The foundations of what is it that you really, really desire? So let's see what else is coming through for Leo. Oh, the Devil. You're feeling a little bit stuck here, Leo. I need to move some of these cards down to make a bit of space. Okay. Feeling a little bit stuck or ambitious or both. They can go hand in hand. Let's see what else is coming through. Oh, okay. Lots happening here. All right. Four of Pentacles, the Tower, and I feel like these aren't quite right. I want to keep shuffling if I can get them back in. I think you're ready for a change, Leo. That's the thing. You're really kind of ready, or yeah, or are you? That's the big question here with the Tower coming in that position. So let's see. Final outcome for Leo. Okay, we're going to split the deck for this one. All right, so let's see. We've got the Seven of Cups. Okay. The Justice card and the Four of Cups and the Hierophant. Interesting. Okay. Strength card and Six of Swords. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, I do feel like it's a lot to do with your work or something you're spending a lot of time working on. So I feel like there's kind of this sort of shift overall, transformational shift and change that's coming in with this. Opportunities to take new directions and new paths with some things that are not quite resonating or you've outgrown. So let's see. We have as a situation the Death card. So when the Death card comes in, this represents change, surrender, letting go, transformation. So it really is kind of like the sense of an energy of things being culled. It's like winter. So it's very much like saying now's not the time to be planting seeds for some things. Something's going through, expecting too much growth from a situation because something's going through a kind of a bigger cycle of transformation. So crossed by the Ten of Wands, this is, like I said, burdens. This is you're at the end of the road with something, and have you been overworking or have you been carrying around something that's just been heavy in some way, shape or form, or taken on too much responsibility? So it really feels like there's a major reevaluation of the things that you're holding on to and big things like responsibilities in your life. So in your conscious mind, you've got the Four of Swords, and this is quite literally like taking a break or laying something to rest. This is having a big, deep think about it in your conscious mind. There's a lot going on in that beautiful mind of yours here, Leo. And that's why the Sword 2's there, is it feels like there's kind of like a big decision that is needing to be made about a new direction. And so have a big think about it with this Four of Swords. And it's kind of saying, maybe like a new perspective can come from that, or there could be a mindset shift, but I think you need to just, spend a bit of time with it. At the base, you've got the Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Pentacles can mean a couple of things, but it really has this sense with the two tens and the Death card and the Judgment that something's kind of ran its course at this moment in time. It could have actually been a good thing. It may be the end or the completion of something, but it's time to kind of transition on or move away from this in some way, shape or form, or move on. So the Ten of Pentacles can come in when it's like a legacy, but if you're, thinking about what are some of the, if you're thinking about new direction and something that you want to attain, that feels very significant in your life, especially to do with your work and career, or to do with, just something you're spending a lot of time working on and doing and mastering in your life at this moment in time. It's this sense of attainment and ambition that comes through with it. So it feels like these are ambitious new directions and seeds that are coming through. In the recent past, we've got Judgment. So you can see like the two crosses at the top, that's the two tens of the Judgment. That's like, seems like something's ready to end. And the Judgment is, you know, these are the characters coming up from the coffins, from the dead. So we've got the Death card. There's old issues coming up, messages from the angels heralding that these have come up because they're ready to be transformed and cleared and reviewed and changed. And so you're kind of making space for this big transition, this big transformation that's coming through with this. So there's kind of got this potential for a major rebirth in some way, shape or form. Not necessarily seeing it in the reading yet, might come up in the extended reading, but that's kind of the general like theme of the energy if you kind of see the overall picture, and that's what the shaman likes to do. The eagle eye, the eagle view, it's kind of looking at the bigger picture energy here. So, yeah, interesting. And we have in the near future, the Four of Wands. So this is very much a lot of energy happening around the home and relationships around the home, whether this is people you're living with or neighbours, community. It just feels like that's going to be something that's going to be like a focus that this eagle is looking down upon, going, how am I feeling about my living space or where I'm at this moment in time? And the Four of Wands is the 1111, so that is the soul energy. The shaman is the soul like energy coming through. You've got the Hierophant twice. So the shaman is the Hierophant. The 1111 is soul. So a lot of kind of sense of shifting messages, like soul purpose energy that's coming in, like there's a sense of purpose to this new direction, and I feel like your soul's guiding you really clearly here. So it's kind of saying there's an opportunity. What do you really, really want from the energy that's around at this moment? What is it that you're truly desiring from the things that are transforming in your life into new forms, new directions at this moment? So I feel like, you know, it's the perspective that like I said, that bird's eye view, that higher perspective, that seeing the bigger picture is something that is going to be really valuable. And you're presenting as the devil. So this is kind of where you can either be feeling really, really stuck, and it can be toxic energy. Perhaps there's some toxins of some sort that are coming up, whether it's like your health or whether it's like just emotional energy or thoughts. I feel like this could be a really great time to detox, especially next to the Judgment, which is the clearing and cleaning energy. So any kind of detox, whether it's mental, physical, energetic, that could be really fantastic for you, Leo. But like I said, the devil is actually a Capricorn energy in that it's got the roots of ambition that are there as well, about wanting to build something new, because it might be going, looking at some of the choices that you've made and going, right, I'm ready to sort of start and step off into a new direction. So a lot of Capricorn energy around you, actually, because the energy surrounding you is the Four of Pentacles, which is more Capricorn energy. So Capricorn's very kind of, it is ambitious. It's looking at the areas of your life that you want to build and grow. So and it could be looking at restrictions around that, or taking on responsibilities, stepping into authority with those things in your life. So the Four of Pentacles is really a sense of, it does feel like big things are shifting and changing here. And the Four of Pentacles wants to hold on to something that you've already created as a foundation. I mean, you've got 3 fours here. Actually, you've got 4 fours. You've got the Four of Cups as well. So you've got all 4 suits of the fours. And so you got the Four of Swords, the Four of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups, and 4 fours, and the fours represent foundations. So this is really foundational stuff that you're reviewing and looking at here. So the Four of Pentacles is your foundations when it comes to your money, your work, your career, or just kind of what are you holding on to for fear of letting go. It can sometimes mean saving money or just being a little bit more frugal around money. So maybe you're being frugal to pay off a debt. That's what the devil can represent as well. So they're things that can come through with this. But I feel like it's being very, very sensible with the resources around you at this moment in time. So hopes and fears is the Tower. Is this a hope or a fear? Because this represents change. But usually it can be sudden and unexpected change. It can be change that happens to you. It can be internal change through revelations, release. And, ultimately what the Tower is saying is that you've outgrown something. It's time to move on, and there's the need for change. So I think, there's a lot of that energy around, and you're feeling that and just sensing it a little bit. How's this all going to work for me? And with Mars being in your sign, it's very much like wanting to be motivated here to kind of take action. So we have as outcome the Seven of Cups. I'm going to hold these up just 2 by 2. You got the Seven of Cups and the Justice card. So the Seven of Cups is when you're looking and reevaluating your options in front of you. The picture's still forming, but it's a lot to do with contractual agreements, like contracts. So with the Justice card, this would suggest it's got a lot to do with legalities or work contracts in some way, shape or form that's coming in. There might be something unclear about that, or a reevaluation of that in some way. Any kind of contractual agreement coming through with the Justice card. Or like I said, legalities. But ultimately, like, the Justice card wants to bring in more harmony and fairness at the end of the day. Because I feel like some things, I really trust your feelings with this, because you've got the Four of Cups. This comes in when there's one of those options or something around is not feeling great, something that's like a responsibility here, or the Hierophant is about responsibilities or commitments. So something that's kind of a fairly established order in your life and it's been around, it's just how things are or the way something is. There's a sense of reevaluation, soul searching around it. And like I said, it's got some sort of contractual agreement. It can be relationships as well with the Justice, any kind of contract. I feel like there's like a deep soul searching and questioning around it. And then we've got the Strength card, which is Leo, and the Six of Swords, which is Leo moving on. So, and it's going to require some resilience, some strength, but you're moving on from some kind of drama, emotional drama, finding the peace. So this is the card of moving on or transitioning on from, something that you've kind of done a major reevaluation with, which is a fairly established commitment in your life. So, I feel like it's really important, this transition phase that you're going through at this moment. And, we're getting closer to Leo season. We're a couple of months off yet. Well, July, we're going to be hitting July in, soon, but it's always the quietest just the month before Leo season. So we haven't quite got to Cancer season, although it does start in June. And throughout Cancer season, this is a really great time for a little bit more quieter introspection to it's not really the time to be starting too many new things. It's the time to kind of just be withdrawing and going within yourself and letting go of the past year and some of the things from the past year while you're ready to kind of make space for the new coming into the Leo cycle. So I feel a little bit like that's what we're seeing here already with this. And we have as the outcome the Eight of Pentacles. So this is the card of work, putting in the work dedication. So what a lot of this might be around the things that you're working on, the things that you're kind of putting in a lot of effort with. This could definitely be work and career with Eight of Pentacles. So that kind of seems like, and you might be asked to work hard and you might be having a big questioning of that. So let's pull an affirmation card for you, Leo. So this feels like a significant transition energy and phase, big things you're considering, preparing you for Leo season now. So we have, I am at peace with my sexuality. This is your affirmation card. I rejoice in my sexuality and in my own body. That's very Mars in Leo. Mars is sexuality, sexual drive, sexual desires. My body is perfect for me in this lifetime. I embrace myself with love and compassion. And so maybe that you're kind of looking for some kind of validation around that, but this is the affirmation that they're saying here. I'm at peace with my sexuality. So your connection to your body and what it is that you desire, they're like some big kind of themes that are coming up. So let's see what else is coming through the charm for Leo. Very lovely. This is very Piscean, the fish and the musical note. Interesting. So there's higher learning happening here. The fact we've got this is the treble clef got to get it around the right way, which is the higher frequency of music. So it's immediately talking about higher frequencies, but fish is about school and learning. So it's very much about higher learning, and the fact that we've got the shaman here, divine wisdom, spiritual power, you're really clocking into that energy. And it may be, it could even really be that you're getting some really amazing messages and downloads from that. You might even be connecting to some of your gifts and your divine wisdom and spiritual power. That's something that's coming through. This could be a super, super creative time for some of you as well, with the music and the fish. It definitely feels like it's kind of like music in schools kind of thing, especially if you're looking at something like new options, say with a relationship. It's like this sense of there's plenty more fish in the sea. So if we go to that higher octave, that higher frequency, what are you learning about what it is that you're letting go of here, the reevaluation of these big commitments. And yeah, what is that higher learning that's coming through? So like I said, very... interesting. They're saying you're learning about oneness and becoming one with the universe. So that's kind of an interesting theme to come through. A lot of very high spiritual energy around this time for you, Leo. So again, like music itself, you might get messages and downloads through listening to music or listening to a song in some way, shape or form, or just being super, super creative. But I feel like the fact that we're in Gemini season and there's a lot that you're learning here from that higher frequency. So that's ultimately what they're wanting to bring you up to. So that is your reading, Leo. I'm going to take it over to the extended reading now. We're going to see what's coming in. We have this sense of transitioning on, being strong. And you're moving on from something that's, big commitment that has a contractual agreement around it in some way or some kind of legality around it, feeling very much like you're moving towards some sort of new purpose or new direction here, especially with your work or career or something you're working on. So let's see where this is going in the near future and the future beyond, and kind of where the eagle is taking you at this moment in time. So that's all in extended reading. I'll pull some clarifiers. We'll ask the best way to work with the energy as well. And yeah, love it if you come over and check that out. The link for that is in the description box below. Like I said, you can buy the extended individually, or you might like to check out the beautiful Patreon community where you have access to all 12 signs. So you might want to watch your sun, your moon, your rising, or cross watch for someone else, and there's a whole heap of extra content there as well. The link for all of that is in the description box below. And yeah, please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to read your comments, Leo. It helps with the growth of the channel, and take care.